Good morning, friends. Have you ever woken up and thought to yourself, I just don't feel as sharp or energized as I used to? Or maybe you've noticed that some of the habits you've had for years are starting to take a bit of a toll on how you feel throughout the day. If so, you're not alone. Many people over 70 find themselves in this exact situation, wondering why their mornings seem harder than they used to be. The good news, it's not about aging, it's about habits. And today, we're going to talk about 4 morning habits that might be secretly harming your health and happiness. But don't worry, we're not just pointing out problems, we're here to fix them together. By the end of this video, you'll have clear, actionable steps to make your mornings work for you instead of against you. Let me start by asking you this. What does your morning routine look like? Do you wake up at the same time every day? Do you stretch, drink water, or maybe grab a cup of coffee right away? Whatever it is, your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. And when we're over 70, our bodies and minds need extra care to keep us feeling strong, vibrant, and ready to tackle whatever comes our way. That's why I want to share these 4 habits with you, because small changes can make such a big difference. Let's dive into the first one. Now, I know you've probably heard this before, but let me ask you, how much water do you drink first thing in the morning? If your answer is not much or none, then listen up, because this could be the simplest yet most impactful change you make. Here's the thing. When we sleep, our bodies are essentially fasting. We go hours without any fluids, and by the time we wake up, we're often mildly dehydrated. For younger folks, this might not feel like a big deal, but as we age, dehydration can sneak up on us faster and cause more problems. It can lead to fatigue, brain fog, headaches, and even dizziness. And trust me, none of us want to feel like we're dragging ourselves through the day before it even begins. So here's what you can do instead. Keep a glass or bottle of water by your bedside. As soon as you wake up, take a few sips, even if it's just a little at first. You don't have to chug a full glass unless you want to, but getting those first few ounces into your system will signal to your body that it's time to wake up and get moving. Think of it as giving your engine a splash of oil before you hit the road. Over time, you might notice you feel clearer-headed and more alert in the mornings. And if plain water feels boring, you can always add a slice of lemon or cucumber for a refreshing twist. Just avoid sugary drinks or anything too heavy first thing in the morning. That's a whole other topic we'll touch on later. Now let's talk about another habit that might surprise you. Skipping breakfast, or worse, grabbing something processed and unhealthy. I get it. Mornings can be busy, and sometimes it feels easier to skip a meal altogether, or reach for something quick like a pastry or a bowl of sugary cereal. But here's the truth. Breakfast isn't called the most important meal of the day for nothing. When you skip it or choose poor quality food, you're setting yourself up for an energy crash later in the day. Your blood sugar levels drop, leaving you feeling sluggish, irritable, and even hungrier than before. Instead, focus on making breakfast count. You don't need to spend hours in the kitchen to create something nutritious. A simple bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh fruit and a sprinkle of nuts can give you fiber, protein, and healthy fats to keep you fueled all morning long. Or try scrambled eggs with spinach and a slice of whole grain toast. These kinds of meals provide sustained energy without the spike and crash cycle that comes from sugary options. Plus, they're delicious. Remember, what you eat in the morning doesn't just affect your physical energy, it also impacts your mood and mental clarity. So give yourself permission to enjoy a nourishing breakfast. You deserve it. Speaking of breakfast, let's move on to another common morning habit that can harm your health if you're not careful. Rushing around too quickly after waking up. Now, I'm sure many of you have been there. You wake up late, scramble out of bed, and immediately jump into your day without taking a moment to breathe. Maybe you're checking your phone, responding to emails, or rushing to get dressed. While it might seem efficient, this kind of fast-paced start can actually stress your body and mind unnecessarily. And as we age, our systems aren't as resilient as they once were, which means stress can hit us harder and stick around longer. What I recommend instead is giving yourself a gentle buffer zone between waking up and diving into your responsibilities. Start by lying in bed for just a minute or two after your alarm goes off. Take a few deep breaths, stretch your arms and legs, and mentally prepare yourself for the day ahead. This simple practice helps ease your body out of its resting state and reduces the shock of jumping straight into action. From there, consider incorporating a short mindfulness exercise or prayer into your routine. Spend 5 minutes sitting quietly, reflecting, or expressing gratitude. Not only does this help calm your nerves, but it also gives you a sense of purpose and positivity to carry with you throughout the day. And finally, let's talk about one last morning habit that might be doing more harm than good: ignoring your posture. Yes, posture matters, even in the morning. How you position your body when you wake up and during those first few activities can set the tone for how you feel physically for the rest of the day. For example, slouching while you sip your coffee or hunching over your phone while you check messages can strain your neck, shoulders, and back. Over time, these small misalignments can lead to discomfort, stiffness, and even chronic pain. To avoid this, pay attention to how you're holding yourself as soon as you wake up. Sit up straight when you're enjoying your breakfast or reading the paper. If you read or watch TV in bed, prop yourself up with pillows to support your spine. And if you're able, incorporate a few gentle stretches into your morning routine to loosen up tight muscles. Simple movements like reaching your arms overhead, rolling your shoulders back, or bending forward to touch your toes as far as is comfortable can make a world of difference. Not only will you feel better physically, but you'll also project confidence and vitality. A win-win. Now that we've covered the importance of staying hydrated, eating a balanced breakfast, easing into your day, and maintaining good posture, let's shift gears slightly. There's one more area we need to explore, one that ties into both physical and mental well-being. It has to do with movement, and specifically, how we approach it in the mornings. Stay with me, because understanding this next point can truly transform how you feel. Not just today, but every single day moving forward. Let's talk about movement, because how we start moving in the morning can have a profound impact on how the rest of our day unfolds. You might be thinking, I'm not exactly training for a marathon here. I just want to get through my morning without feeling stiff or achy. And that's perfectly okay. The truth is, you don't need to run laps around your living room or do a full-blown workout to reap the benefits of movement. What matters most is being intentional about how you wake up your body and prepare it for the day ahead. Unfortunately, many people over 70 fall into the trap of either staying sedentary too long in the morning or jumping into overly strenuous activity without proper preparation. Both extremes can harm your health in subtle but significant ways. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine waking up, rolling out of bed, and heading straight to the kitchen to make coffee. Then you sit down at the table with your cup, maybe flip through the newspaper or scroll on your phone and stay seated for the next hour or two. Sound familiar? While this might feel relaxing, staying stationary for too long after waking can leave your muscles stiff, your joints creaky, and your energy levels sluggish. On the flip side, some folks try to compensate by immediately launching into intense exercise, like lifting weights, going for a brisk jog, or tackling a strenuous yoga session. While staying active is wonderful, starting your day with high-impact movements without warming up properly can put unnecessary strain on your body and increase your risk of injury. The key is finding a middle ground, a way to gently activate your body without overdoing it. One of the simplest and most effective ways to do this is by incorporating light stretching or mobility exercises into your morning routine. These don't have to be complicated or time-consuming. For instance, while you're waiting for your coffee to brew, stand up and do a few slow neck rolls. Let your head gently drop forward, then roll it side to side in a circular motion. This helps release tension in your neck and shoulders, which tends to build up overnight. Next, you could try a standing side stretch. Raise one arm overhead, lean slightly to the opposite side, and hold for a few seconds before switching. It's an easy way to open up your chest and sides, especially if you've been curled up in bed all night. Another great option is to take a short walk, even if it's just around your home or backyard. Walking is one of the best low-impact activities for people over 70 because it gets your blood flowing, loosens up your joints, and boosts your mood, all without putting excessive stress on your body. If weather permits, stepping outside for a few minutes can add an extra layer of benefit. Fresh air and natural light help regulate your circadian rhythm, which improves sleep quality and keeps your internal clock aligned. Plus, there's something inherently uplifting about feeling the sun on your face or hearing birds chirp as you move. Even a 5-minute stroll can set a positive tone for your entire day. Now, let's address another common pitfall when it comes to morning movement: underestimating the importance of balance. Balance isn't something we often think about until we notice it slipping, but maintaining good balance becomes increasingly crucial as we age. Falls are a leading cause of injury among older adults, and poor balance is often a contributing factor. The good news is that you can work on improving your balance every single morning with minimal effort. Start by practicing standing on one leg while brushing your teeth or washing dishes. Hold onto the counter for support if needed, but challenge yourself to gradually rely less on it. Over time, this small habit can strengthen the muscles in your legs and core, helping you feel steadier on your feet. If you're looking for something a bit more structured, consider adding heel-to-toe walking to your routine. This involves taking slow, deliberate steps where the heel of one foot touches the toes of the other with each stride. It sounds simple, but it requires concentration and coordination, which helps sharpen both your physical balance and mental focus. You can practice this indoors in a hallway or outdoors along a straight path. Just remember to go at your own pace and prioritize safety. If you feel unsteady, use a wall or railing for support. Moving on, let's shift our attention to yet another critical aspect of mornings that often goes overlooked: mental stimulation. Yes, I know we've talked a lot about physical habits so far, but the mind and body are deeply connected, especially as we age. Neglecting mental engagement in the morning can leave you feeling foggy, unmotivated, or disconnected from the world around you. Many seniors fall into the habit of zoning out during their mornings, whether it's by watching TV, scrolling through social media, or simply going through the motions without much thought. While these activities aren't inherently bad, they don't necessarily stimulate your brain in meaningful ways either. Instead, try incorporating a mentally stimulating activity into your morning routine. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. A crossword puzzle, Sudoku, or even reading a chapter of a book can do wonders for keeping your mind sharp. Engaging in activities that require problem-solving or critical thinking helps build cognitive reserve, which is like a savings account for your brain. The more you deposit into this reserve, the better equipped you'll be to handle age-related changes in memory and processing speed. Plus, challenging your brain in the morning gives you a sense of accomplishment early in the day, setting a productive tone for everything else you plan to tackle. For those who enjoy technology, there are plenty of apps and online resources designed to keep your mind active. Some offer puzzles, quizzes, or memory games tailored specifically for older adults. Others provide guided learning experiences on topics ranging from history to science to art. Exploring new subjects not only keeps your brain engaged, but also fosters a sense of curiosity and wonder. Remember, learning doesn't stop just because you've reached a certain age. It's a lifelong journey, and mornings are a perfect time to embrace it. Lastly, let's touch on the emotional side of mornings. How you start your day emotionally can influence how you feel for hours, or even the entire day. Many people unintentionally set themselves up for stress or negativity by focusing on worries, complaints, or negative news right away. Maybe you turn on the TV and catch a grim headline, or perhaps you find yourself replaying stressful thoughts about upcoming tasks or responsibilities. While it's natural to have concerns, dwelling on them first thing in the morning can sap your energy and dampen your mood. To counteract this, create space for positivity and gratitude in your mornings. One powerful way to do this is by starting a gratitude journal. Keep a small notebook by your bedside and each morning write down 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be big or extraordinary. Even simple pleasures like a cozy blanket, a favorite song, or a kind word from a friend count. Taking a moment to acknowledge the good in your life shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, which can profoundly affect how you approach challenges throughout the day. Alternatively, you could spend a few minutes visualizing your ideal day. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine everything going smoothly, from completing your tasks to enjoying moments of connection with loved ones. Visualization is a powerful tool because it primes your subconscious mind to seek out opportunities that align with your intentions. When you start your day with a clear vision of success, you're more likely to notice and act on those opportunities as they arise. By now, we've covered a lot of ground, from hydration and nutrition to movement, mental stimulation, and emotional well-being. Each of these elements plays a vital role in shaping your mornings and ultimately your overall health and happiness. But here's the thing, change doesn't happen overnight. Building healthier habits takes time, patience, and consistency. In the final part of this video, we'll wrap up with some practical tips for making these adjustments stick, along with a few words of encouragement to remind you that you're capable of creating mornings and days that leave you feeling vibrant, fulfilled, and ready to embrace life to its fullest. So let's keep going, shall we? Let's bring everything together now, because creating better mornings isn't just about knowing what to do. It's about making those changes sustainable and meaningful. By this point, we've talked about the importance of staying hydrated, eating a nourishing breakfast, easing into your day with mindfulness, moving your body gently, stimulating your mind, and nurturing your emotional well-being. Each of these habits is like a piece of a puzzle, and when you put them together, they form a picture of vitality and joy. But let's face it, adopting new routines can feel overwhelming, especially when life already has its own set of demands. That's why I want to share some practical strategies for integrating these habits into your daily life without feeling like you're adding another burden to your plate. First, start small. You don't need to overhaul your entire morning routine overnight. In fact, trying to change too much at once can backfire and leave you feeling frustrated or defeated. Instead, pick one habit to focus on first. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake up, or perhaps it's swapping out that sugary pastry for something more nutritious. Whatever you choose, commit to practicing it consistently for a week or two until it starts to feel natural. Once that habit sticks, layer in another. Over time, these small adjustments will compound, and before you know it, you'll have built a morning routine that supports your health and happiness in ways you might not have imagined. Another key to success is personalizing your routine. What works for someone else might not work for you, and that's okay. For example, if stretching feels uncomfortable or unappealing, try dancing to your favorite song instead. Or if journaling doesn't resonate with you, consider sharing your gratitude aloud with a loved one over breakfast. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. What matters most is finding activities that bring you joy and align with your unique needs and preferences. Remember, this is your morning, not anyone else's. Now, let's talk about accountability. Change is always easier when you have someone cheering you on or holding you accountable. If possible, enlist a friend, family member, or neighbor to join you on this journey. Maybe you both agree to drink more water in the mornings or take short walks together. Having a partner can make the process more enjoyable and help you stay motivated on days when your energy dips. And if no one in your immediate circle is available, there are countless online communities and forums where seniors connect to share tips, encouragement, and stories. You're never alone in this. There's a whole world of people rooting for you. One thing I want to emphasize is the power of celebrating your wins, no matter how small they may seem. Did you manage to stretch for 5 minutes today? That's worth acknowledging. Did you swap out coffee for herbal tea one morning? Celebrate it. These little victories add up, and recognizing them reinforces your commitment to positive change. Keep a mental note or jot them down in your gratitude journal to remind yourself of how far you've come. Progress isn't always flashy or dramatic, but it's real, and it deserves to be celebrated. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a few final thoughts. Aging is a privilege, not a punishment. Every single day is an opportunity to embrace life, learn something new, and nurture the incredible person you are. Yes, our bodies and minds change as we grow older, but that doesn't mean we have to settle for less. With a few thoughtful tweaks to your morning habits, you can reclaim your energy, clarity, and zest for living. And remember, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 70, 80, or beyond, you have the power to shape your days in ways that honor your health and happiness. Before we close, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonated most with you? Are there any changes you're excited to try? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'd be thrilled to cheer you on. While you're at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more tips and inspiration tailored just for you. Together, we can create a community where everyone feels empowered to live their best lives, no matter their age. So here's to waking up each morning with purpose, vitality, and gratitude. Here's to taking care of ourselves in ways that honor the wisdom and experience we've gained over the years. And here's to proving that age truly is just a number. It's how we choose to live that defines us. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'm so grateful to be part of your journey, and I can't wait to see all the amazing things you'll accomplish. Until next time, take care, stay strong, and keep shining. Here's to living your best life at any age. Now, before we wrap things up, I have one last little favor to ask, and this one's really important to me. If you've enjoyed this video and found these tips helpful, would you consider subscribing to the channel? It's such a simple way to show your support, but it means so much. Subscribing helps us build a community of people just like you, individuals who are passionate about living their best lives no matter their age. Plus, when you subscribe, you'll be the first to know whenever we release new videos filled with practical advice, inspiration, and tools to help you thrive every single day. And hey, if you're already a subscriber, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're the reason this channel keeps growing, and I'm so grateful to have you here. But if you're new to this channel, or maybe you've been watching for a while but haven't hit that subscribe button yet, now's the perfect time. It's free, it takes just a second, and it makes a huge difference in helping us reach even more people who need this kind of encouragement and support. So go ahead, take a moment to click that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Together, we can create a space where everyone feels empowered to live healthier, happier, and more fulfilling lives. Thank you so much for being here today. You're the heart and soul of this channel, and I couldn't do this without you. Take care, my friend, and I'll see you in the next video.